Nobody can tell me what just happened. Go ahead.
Uh, from the scriptures, it looked like the men of Israel and from the men of AI.
Right, they went up, so they came, they got a report to say only sent 3,000, man. They few, we gonna squash them. So he sent the, so Joshua sent the 3,000 men, but then they ended up running from AI. Meaning they went up there to fight AI and started to get killed. They started to lose. You understand? They started to lose the battle against AI. A battle that they thought was going to be easy, now they're getting killed and slaughtered, and they're fleeing from AI. They're fleeing from the men of AI. Keep going, verse 4. Or verse 5.
Concert. Joshua's 11:5. And the men of AI spoke of 30 and 6 men, chased them from before the gate, even unto Shebarim, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the heart of the people melted and became as water.
Right, you understand? The men of AI started to smoke them, about 30 and 6 men. You understand? And then they start, after they smoked them, they started running after them. After Israel fled, after we fled from them, they started to get chased by the men of AI. And then the people started to get worried. They started to get, you know what I mean, their hearts started to melt. They started to get sad. They don't understand how they just lose this. You understand? Joshua just sent 3. They got the report. Got to say only sent 3. They just came after a win after Jericho too. They just destroyed Jericho. Then they go to AI where it's lesser men. So they send less people. And now they're starting to get killed. So everybody's starting to get sad, like what the hell just happened? How did they get killed? You understand? Like they don't know what to think right now. Keep going.
Cut out of one cut. Joshua 7 verse 6. And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the Lord to the eventide. He and the dust of Israel against their head.
Right, so after this, Joshua rent his clothes, meaning Joshua got angry. He was mad. He didn't know, you understand, what to think. He just sent the men. You understand? Why was Joshua mad in this instance right here? Because you got the white man, and he'll send people to war, and they'll die, and he'll just send more soldiers. So why did Joshua rent his clothes and you know, covered his face in dust? Why was he angry? Like he's over everybody. He could just send more men. Go ahead.
He knew the Most High had to be with them.
That's a good try, but that's not why he was angry. Why was he angry? Go ahead.
It's because he was confident in the amount of men that he sent, and basically the battle didn't go as planned.
Yeah, but you understand, that's true, but it didn't go as planned. But you know, like I said, it didn't go as planned. You could just send more men. Go ahead.
Because they took the gold from Jericho.
That's the reason why they died. We're gonna get into that. That's the reason of what happened. But why was he mad at this point? Because at this moment, Joshua don't know that. All he knows is that he sent men. Give me 1 second. All he knows is that he sent 3,000 men, which was a short victory for them, and they came back getting killed, and it wasn't no victory, and they started dying. So why is he mad now? Because the men he sent is dying. Go ahead. Who says Salakia? Yeah, go ahead.
He's upset because those are his fellow brothers?
Right. That's exactly why he's mad. You understand? Because he brotherhood. He loved those brothers, and those brothers died. And now he thinking in his mind, he just sent those brothers to their death. He don't know. You understand? That's what brotherhood is. Not, oh, I'm ahead of everybody, or they died, and whatever. I'm just sending more brothers to you know what I mean, into the army, into the war. That's like, you got to think about it nowadays. That's like, you know what I mean, the generals or the captains sending us out at camp on Saturday. And then we go to camp on Saturday, and all of a sudden, some people get killed. We running away from camp, stepping off the pole, running away because people shooting us with guns trying to kill us. You got to look at it as that standpoint. You understand? Wouldn't the generals, wouldn't the captains be sad that they sent men? You understand? And something happened, they got killed. That's how Joshua felt. He sent these men to surely go take this land. You know what I mean? Take ground to take it, and then they end up dying. Those was his brothers. You understand? He loved those men. That's why he was sad. That's why he fell down and rent his clothes and was sad. Just like today, if something happened to us at camp, the generals, the captains, they'll be sad. You understand? They don't know what or how the hell that just happened. You understand? You lost. You don't even know how it happened. You like, what the hell happened? You understand? Keep going. Verse 7.
Joshua chapter 7, verse 7. And Joshua said, Alas, O Lord God, wherefore hast thou and all brought this people over Jordan to deliver us into the hand of the Amorite to destroy us?
Right, stop right
When
there.
to God we had
It said, and Joshua said, Alas, O Lord God, wherefore hast thou brought our people over Jordan to deliver us in the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us. Right. Like he's now, you know what I mean, praying to the Lord, asking the Lord, like, why do you bring us over to the land of Jordan to get us killed? You know what I'm saying? To have us destroyed. That's why he's sad. Like, I just sent these men out. I thought we was about to win, and we done got killed. Now he praying to the Lord, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm crying, praying to the Lord, like, why did this happen? Pretty much, why did this happen? Why did you send us over here and told us to go take this land so we can get destroyed, so we can get killed? Like, he's blaming himself. Like, he's blaming himself for what happened to his men.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I have a question about that.
Go ahead.
Is that also a show of his faith and trust in the Most High by going and asking him and seeking guidance on why that happened?
Right, yes. He knows he trusts in the Lord. Joshua trusts in the Lord. You know what I mean? He's the leader right now. So he trusts in the Lord so much, he knows that if anything happened, the first thing he goes is to seek the Lord, to see what happened. He don't think for himself, oh, this had to happen. He don't try to come up. He asks the Lord. Like, because he know, first of all, he know it's of the Lord. That's the reason why they lost. That's the first thing. He know that the reason why his men got killed was the Lord wanted them killed. The Lord did that. That was nothing but the Lord. You understand? Bad things happen, you know that's the Lord. That's the way the Lord wanted to orchestrate things. So that's the first thing he knew in his mind. And so then he wanted to go ask the Lord, why, you know what I mean? Why you do this? You understand? Like, he's not questioning the Lord. He's just trying to see, you know what I mean, why this happened. Why were we told to go up to AI to destroy them, to kill them, and then we get destroyed? We the ones that end up getting killed. And then he knows in the mind, he sent them to do that. He sent those men out. So he inquiring of the Lord. Keep going on that verse.
Joshua 7, verse 7. Would to God we had been content and dwelt on the other side of Jordan.
Right. He's saying that if it was us, you know what I mean, if we knew this was going to happen, we would have just not crossed over to Jordan. We would have just been on the other side and stayed on the other side. Keep going.
Verse 8. Lord, what shall I say when Israel turned their backs before their enemies?
Right. What shall he say when Israel turned their backs to the enemies, meaning Israel's starting to run? You understand? Now we looking like cowards. We looking scared. What shall he say then? You understand what? Because, you know, other people going to look at that and they're going to see that as a sign of, oh, they weak. So he's saying, what shall he say? Keep going on that.
Joshua 7, verse 9. For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall environ verse round, and cut off our name from the earth. And what wilt thou do unto thy great name?
Right. For the Canaanites and all the nations around shall hear this. They should hear that we lost, like we sent 3,000 men to Ai, and we left running from them, fleeing, scared. And they shall, and then they gonna think in their mind, you understand, oh, these is weak men. Oh, now we can destroy them. We can go kill them and cut us off. Just like how they do today. You understand? They see us out there today, and what do? They keep murdering. The white man likes to have that fear in your heart. You understand? Keep that fear in your heart to where you running, you always scared of it. You understand? You give an ounce of back talk to the white man, he gonna see that he gonna see it as if you killed his son or something. Like you just killed his dog. You know, white people love dogs so much. They gonna you say this is not right to what you doing to me to the cop, and it's not right. They'll feel like you killed their dog, man, and they'll start to try to kill you, beat you up, try to provoke you to do something so they can kill you and seem righteous and say they fear for their life. Just like how they do today, man. They going other nations will see this and they'll be like, oh, sure, surely we can just defeat these people. We can find a way to kill these people. You understand? The Lord not with them. They lost. The Lord can't be with them. Now it's our turn to kill these people. You understand? That's what he said. What shall we say then? Because that's what the people going to start to think. Oh, the Lord ain't with them no more. They lost. Now it's our turn. Now we can start to kill these people. Cut the name off. You understand? Keep going. Read verse 10.
Can everyone come, sir? Joshua 7, verse 10. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face?
Right, and the Lord said to Joshua, get up. You understand? He was on his knees. He was, you know what I mean, lying on his face, dust on his face. You know what I mean, praying to the Lord. What happened? You understand? I sent these men to death. He was sad. He was blaming himself. And the Lord said, get up, man. You understand? Get up. Wherefore liest thou face upon the, lie thy face upon the, Salakia. Liest thou thus upon thy face. Like, why are you lying upon your face? You understand? That's what the Lord's saying to him. Why are you doing that, man? Get up. You understand? Stop crying. Stop. You know what I mean? That's what the Lord coming at, how he coming at Joshua, because Joshua blaming himself. He's saying it's not. He's pretty much saying it's not your fault. Get up. You understand? Keep going.
Everyone come, sir. Joshua 7, verse 11. Israel has sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant, which I commanded them.
Stop right there.
For they have even
He said, that's why he said get up, because he said Israel has sinned, not you. You didn't sin. You know what I mean? It's not your fault that they went and died. It's because Israel, because the people have sinned. The people had did something, which caused them to die. We're going to get into what exactly happened, but he said Israel have sinned and transgressed his covenant, which he commanded them. He told them to do something. Somebody in Israel didn't do it, and that's why y'all lost the battle, man. You understand? Keep going.
Everyone come, sir. Joshua 7, verse 11. For they have even taken of the accursed and also and have also stolen and dismembered also, and they have pitted even among their own stuff.
Right. You understand? He's saying that somebody in Israel has stolen something. I told him, just like if you go back to the story of Jericho, when we won the war of Jericho, he said, don't take anything. You understand? Don't take anything from Jericho, but bring everything to the Lord. The silver, all the stuff, the gold, anything that you get, he said, bring it to the Lord, for it's the Lord, it's not ours. But he just told them here, somebody didn't do that. Somebody stole it. Somebody seen something that they liked and stole it. Meaning somebody sinned, man. You understand? One person sinned and caused a lot of people to die in that day in the war of Ai. That's like if we go out to camp and you know you want clean, but you decide that you're going to go to camp anyway. You decide, you know what I mean? You know what? I know I'm unclean, but I don't care. And ain't nobody going to see. Ain't nobody going to notice. And then now something happened to us because you decided to come out to camp unclean knowingly. You understand? That's what it's talking about. You're not supposed to sin. You're not supposed to be thinking that nobody can see you. You know, I'm here, but nobody can know what I'm doing. Nobody can see me. So I'm just going to do this, and everything's going to be all right. You doing that could cause men to die, man. The Lord could just kill them, just to reveal what you did, just to bring to light of what you did. You understand? That's how the Lord works. That's how the Lord is the most gangster person you will ever know. He don't play. You understand? Like that's how he operates. And that's why you need to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. You don't want to be the one to sin and cause another brother to die because you were just thinking about what? Yourself. You understand? That's what a lot of these black leaders, supposed black leaders do nowadays. You understand? Shalom, Lord Christ, who just chimed in?
Shalom, this is Kevin Rowland. I switched over from YouTube to conference call.
All right, no sweat. You doing Tawad?
Come on the call, sir.
All right. You know what I'm saying? So, just like I said, you got to make sure you know what you're doing and you're doing everything right. And you got to keep it in your mind because that's brotherhood. Before you do something, keep it in your mind. How will this affect my brothers? You always, you understand, that's one of the main things the Lord taught us. You know what I mean? That's one of the main things that Christ taught us. It's one of the most, they asked Christ what was the most important 2 commandments. To love the Lord with all thy soul, thy heart, you understand, thy mind, and also to love your neighbor as yourself, meaning brotherhood. You understand? That's one of the main things that you can have in is brotherhood. That's our strength. That's what we build our strength off. That's why we're able to select it. That's why we're able to do the things that we can do. It's because of brotherhood. Always thinking about one another. Always preferring one another. Loving one another. Making sure we're not offending one another. You understand? But this person right here, he said, you know what? I don't care about my brothers. He stole. Whatever he stole, we gonna get into what he stole. But he looked at that and he was just like, yeah, I need this. This is a come up. I just came up. I done came across this. This is a come up. You understand? Thinking about only himself. You understand? That's what he was thinking about. And then it said it made it into his own stuff. What does it mean by he made it into his own stuff?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
If I could, is it kind of like, you know, like how Martin Luther King and just let the air source and all them, like they do stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like how Steve Harvey said that, you know, they doing stuff to help themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like they basically not worried about the rest of the nation, they only concerned about themselves.
Well, yeah, it's that, you know what I'm saying? It's that because that's why he stole it, because he only worried about himself. Well, it said specifically, though, that what he stole, he made it into his own stuff. How do you steal something and make it into your own stuff?
So like you said,
Go ahead.
he was hiding it.
Right, like you know what I mean? When you steal something and you make it into your own stuff, you hiding it, you changing it, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, say if you stole something from your friend, you know what I mean? You stole maybe a phone or something. Now your friend know his phone is lost, and when he look at it, he'll know that that's his phone. But then now you making it your own, meaning you deleting all the stuff out of it, change the case covering, get some, you know what I mean? You trying to make it look different. As if, oh no, this wasn't theirs, this wasn't the one, this is not this. Look, yours, you had a black iPhone, this one is blue. You done turned it blue. Oh no, you had a black one, this one blue, this can't be yours. He's trying to change the appearance of trying to change it to make it seem like he never stole it. You know what I mean? Hiding it. You understand? That's what it means by turning it into his own stuff. That's how he knows. It's like you know what you're doing is wrong, so now you're trying to change it to get away with it. And because he did that, he caused men that went up to the battle with AI to die. You understand? His selfish thought, his selfish greed, his selfish want of that stuff caused his brothers to die. And that's how you always got to think. You got to always think, is this going to affect my brothers? I'm going to do this, but am I doing this for myself just because I want to be comfortable? You know what I mean? Just because I want to be in my own, you know what I mean? I want to be feeling good? Or are you doing this for everybody, for people? You understand? For your brothers and sisters. You got to always keep them in mind because that's what it means to have true brotherhood and sisterhood. To always keep them in mind. You understand? What it say? It say that no greater. Give me hold that, Kevian, and give me what is it? John 15 and 13. Give me St. John 15 and 13. Hold that though, because we're gonna come back to this story. You understand? What's the greatest thing that you can have? Like, what's the greatest way to show love? This is a question. What is the greatest way you can show love to know that you know what I mean, you love your brothers? Go ahead.
To love you. To give your life up for your brother.
Right, exactly. And we're about to pull the precept to show that. That's the greatest love that you can show, is to give your life for your brother. Instead, this man right here, instead of giving his life for his brother, you know what he did? He did whatever he wanted to do. He thought on his own selfish thoughts, and he said, you know what? This whatever he stole, we're gonna get into it. Was so great to him, he ain't care about his brothers. Now, and he caused his brothers to die. But it say in the Bible, it say in the truth in the Bible that there's no greater love than this, that you lay your life down for your friend, and that's your brother, that's your people. I ain't talking about no white friend, no, you know what I mean, no friend of another nation. Let's talk about your brother, man. Those are your only friends. Everybody else is your enemies. Your friends is your brothers. The people that's just like you. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is your brothers, is your friends. You got that for me, John 15 to 13?
Say that one kind, sir.
Go ahead.
John, chapter 15. Say that one kind, sir. John, chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love had no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend.
Right, that a man laid down his life for his friend. There's no greater love than that. You understand? When we go out to camp on Saturday, y'all gotta understand that it's not just some fashionable thing that we like to do. It's real deep, man, when we do that. That's why you should always make it in your mind to try to come to camp. If you can, if you off, if you know what I mean, if you're not doing nothing, make an effort to come to camp. If you got, you know what I mean, you got to do something, you work, you know what I mean, you got to do something at home, you got to, you know what I mean, take care of something, then you got to do your business. You got to do what you got to do. But if you just chilling, you ain't doing nothing, you just cooling, you got to make an effort to come to camp. You understand? You got to make an effort to come to every event that we have, all the feast days. You got to make an event, because when we do this, when we go to camp, we literally going to war, man. We going out there to war. Who knows what can happen to us at camp? Now, we trust in the Lord. We know the Lord is with us. So, you know what I mean? Anything that happens is of the Lord. And we trust in the Lord. So, we're not going to be scared. We're going to go out there and do what we got to do. But at the same time, you got to understand, we actually going out there to war. If you ever been to a camp, people all the time come up to us, hating us, threatening us, talk about how they going to get their friends and come back and try to jump us and kill us. And you know what I mean? They talk all type of nonsense out there. It's no joke when you go out there to war. That's why we try to emphasize to not have women out there. Like other camps, they be having their women out there and all. It's like a unit, like a little get-together. Like they just having like a little gathering outside while they having camp. You understand? Shalom, Lord Christ, we just chimed in.
This brother G out of Macon, Georgia.
You said it's who?
Brother G out of Macon, Georgia.
All right, brother G. Just G?
Yes, sir.
All right, no sweat.
Yes,
All right, no sweat. I got you. The water for calling in. Just put your phone on mute. You got any questions or comments, take it off and say Salakia, and we'll go ahead and get you in here.
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand? But you know what I mean, you go out there for camp, you see all the other people out there, and they be having like all their women out there. They be having this, that, and the third out there. Hey, young man G, you can put your phone on mute.
Which one of these is mute? Because I'm looking at my phone. On neither one of them say mute.
It should be.
Is it the pound sign?
No, the pound is pound. It should be like a microphone with a slash through it, something like that.
My phone ain't got that, huh?
All right, no sweat. You know what I mean? You might have to, since the screen is on, it might be like another screen, like you might have to hit another screen or go to like the call log, and it should be down there. Every phone should have a mute button on it.
I'm just going to find it. I sure will put it on here.
All right, no sweat. You understand? No sweat. But you understand, when it comes to this truth, we see other people out there, they got their whole family out there, you know what I mean? They got everybody, they got their little kids out there. You understand, their women out there. Yeah, they don't understand that they going to war. Somebody could run up on a camp and want to kill people. So now you don't put your woman, your children all in jeopardy to have them out there. For what? Like that's a war, that's a battlefield. You understand? That's why we gotta understand that when we go out there, you understand, we going to war. You understand? And that's why we go out there, because we're willing to lay our lives down for our people. We're willing to go out there and we don't care. We're not going to spare nobody's feelings. We're going to cry aloud, you understand, and tell our people what they're doing to fix them, to try to help them. You understand? Because we willing to lay our lives down for our friends. We willing to lay our life down for our people. And there's no greater love than that. Read that verse one more time. St. John chapter 15, verse 13.
Sir. St. John chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend.
Right, there's no greater love than that, man, to lay your life down for your friends. But we're going to jump back to Joshua. So flip back to Joshua, and we're going to, what verse we left off at? It was 11, so read verse 12.
Joshua chapter 7, verse 11. Israel has sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant that I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen. And remember also, they have put it even amongst their own stuff.
Right, you understand? They put it even amongst their own stuff. Read verse 12.
Verse 12. Therefore, the children of Israel could not stand before their enemy. They turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed.
Right, you
Neither
understand?
will I be.
Keep going. No, keep going.
Okay, sir. Neither will I be with you anymore, except ye destroy the accursed from amongst you.
Right, you understand? He said that's the reason of why we lost the battle. Therefore, the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies because they were accursed. Because the Lord wasn't with us during that battle. The Lord said, no, I'm not about to be with them. One of them did something not to do. They had specific orders to not steal, to not take anything. But guess what? They came across it and they stole it. And that's why the Lord said, that's why I'm not with you. That's why I wasn't with you, and that's why y'all lost the battle. He said, therefore I will not be with you anymore until you remove among you that accursed thing. So whoever that stole that, it's like the Lord bringing it to light. That's how the Lord worked. The Lord could have just let them win the battle. Even the people that died, they didn't do it. It was somebody else that did it, not the people who died. But he had those people killed to bring to light of what this person was doing, what this person did that was against the Lord. Like anything that you're doing, it will be brought to light. The Lord will do anything to bring it to light. You understand? That's why you need to keep it in your mind that first of all, it will be brought to light, but even more importantly, you don't want to cause other brothers to die or to, be punished for what you did. If you have real brotherhood and sisterhood and you really love your people, you would keep that in mind to make sure you don't do certain things that's going to harm your people. Like, how can you love that? And that's why we don't be with other groups. You understand? Like, even when we out there at camp, I all the time, I'll be behind the camera filming, and multiple people will come up to me and ask me a question. Like, I've gotten this multiple times. Are y'all with the group down the street? If you know what we have, if you've been to our camp, there's a lot of groups that be, on that street having their own camps, other little fake Israelite groups having their camps or whatnot. And every time people stop at our camp and they be like, are y'all with them down the street? The first thing I say is, hell no. You understand? I say, hell no. But the reason why they asking me this is because they trying to see if we're the same. And they like, well, the next question is, how y'all different? Different because we the truth. And we the only ones with the truth. And we have true brotherhood. You understand? Those people in those other groups, they'll do something that's for their own personal benefit. That'll cause the other brothers to have harm for it. But in I.S.U.P.K, we won't do that. We can't do that. You understand? If you do that, it will be brought to light and you will be punished, for what you did. Whereas if you got to pay something back or you got to do something, or if it's so severe, you might get kicked out of the school, but you will have to deal with what you did, you understand? But that's why we're the difference from the other groups, because we have brotherhood. We actually follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, of God, you understand, of Yahweh and the Hebrew. These other people don't. That's why you hear all types of things coming out from them that's true, because a lot of people like to fabricate a lot of false news against I.S.U.P.K with no evidence. But when we come out with these, we end up realizing that it's true. money, this and that and the third, fighting over money, fighting over this because they don't love their brothers, man. They don't love their people. Like one of the main things of brotherhood is if you have a problem with somebody, going up to them and saying something to them. Precept. Anybody know the precept for that? Anybody know the precept for that? If you have a problem with a brother, going to a brother and saying something?
It's a lot here.
Go ahead.
I can't remember the precept. I want to say it said Matthew. I can find it if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I know what it says.
Yes, if you could,
I found
warrior.
it slightly.
Go ahead. Yeah, if you could, just find that for me and
I
read
found
it
it
for
for
me.
you.
Okay, yeah, no sweat. Yeah, just find that for me and read that for me. You
It's a lot,
understand?
brother.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 15.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have Carwan read that for me though. But yeah, that's exactly the precept that I'm looking for. Matthew 18 and 15. You can pull that for me, Carwan. You understand? This is what you. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have keep me on. You stay where you at. I'm gonna have Carwan, Triple Carwan to read it for me. Just read. You go ahead when you got it.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 16. Salakia, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
To who?
If he shall hear
Wait,
thee,
hold on. Go and tell. Hold on. Go and tell his fault between who?
between thee and him alone.
Between everybody.
Between thee and him alone.
No, wait till you're around a whole bunch of group of brothers, and then you say it around everybody in the group of the whole group of brothers.
Between thee and him alone.
Right, and that's what you're supposed to do, man. When you got a problem with a brother, somebody, you know what I mean, maybe y'all, you know what I mean, chilling, y'all joking around, and somebody say a joke, you know what I mean, that towards you, and you actually took offense to it. Or they did something that you didn't, and they didn't know that what they was doing at the time would offend you, but you actually took offense to it. You know what you're supposed to do? Don't hold it in. Go to him and him alone. Meaning, don't try to go and be like, and try to tell, you know me, Cap, or somebody above y'all and be like, oh, he did this and this to me. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't go ahead and try to gossip on the situation. Go to him and talk to him. And that's what a lot of people in these other groups don't do. And even when they try to do it, they can't, because the person that they go to end up shunning them, making them look bad, get them kicked out. That's not brotherhood, man. Brotherhood is being able to go to your brother. And I'm going to tell you right now, and the reason why the Lord set that up like that is because it takes a lot of manhood, it takes a lot of courage to go to somebody that is offending you and say something. You understand? Because a lot of people, when they get offended, they ready to fight, or they ready to hate him, talk about him behind his back, build some type of grudge up against him, rather than just going. That's why a lot of times we get shot, we killing each other in the hoods. Because of, you know what? Because somebody done did something to offend somebody, and they don't got the balls, they don't got the courage to go to him and tell him, hey man, you did this, it was foul, you know what I mean? Trying to squash it, but I gotta let you know, you know what I mean? No, they rather just ready to just go fight him. They proving their manhood by trying to fight their brother, which show that you just weak. You understand? It shows that you just weak. That's why in I.S.U.P.K, if somebody do something to you, somebody say something to you, and you just don't do it right then. You know what I mean? Unless it's just you and him, don't do it right then. But do a time to where you can talk to him on a one-on-one, let him know, and boom, he'll hear you out, and then you know what I'm saying? Y'all can work it out. If he don't hear you out, it goes on. If he don't hear you out, then y'all take it to council. And if it still don't work out, then you'll take it to the congregation. You understand? But first, you want to go to him and him alone if you feel any type of problem towards a brother. That's brotherhood, man. And that's what we build in I.S.U.P.K. We listen to the scriptures. We don't do what we think is right. And I'm just letting y'all know, you know what I mean, just in case in a future time you ever have any problem with anybody, or any brother, they did something to you, go to him. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm just giving an example. Two young men, something happened to two young men. We was chilling and somebody said something to offend them. Don't come to me talking about, oh, such and such said this to me. You understand? That's feminine, man. You understand? You don't want to be in that type of spirit. You understand? Because if it gets to somebody that it shouldn't to, and you didn't go to him, then both of y'all gonna end up probably getting checked. You understand? Trust me, I know. You know what I mean? So you will want to go to him first. You understand? Keep reading on that.
Like, who you referring to, sir?
Yeah, Carwan, you that verse.
Another one come. Matthew chapter 16, I'm at chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Right. Because if he no, stop right there. That's it. That's all I want. Because if he hears you, then you gained your brother. You understand? You go to him one on one. You tell him, hey man, yeah, what you said about, you know what I mean, such and such, you know what I mean, about my big nose and my big lips, man. You know what I mean? That just kind of offend me, man. I don't like when people talk about that. Or, you know what I mean? The way you said it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't really take light to that. You know what I mean? That kind of offend me. He'll be like, okay, you know what? Damn, my fault. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure I don't do that again. You know what I'm saying? My fault. You done gained your brother. Now y'all done became stronger than y'all was before. You understand? Now that y'all still in brotherhood. Whereas if you don't do that, you let it fester, then what's gonna happen? If you let something like that, if somebody offends you and you let it fester, what's gonna happen? That's a question.
Like it, sir.
Go ahead.
That grip build up a lot of anger and rage on the inside.
Right, and what's that going to lead to?
Like it, sir.
Go ahead.
It causes dissension and division between brothers.
Right, it's going to cause division, and what you going to do? Like you right, but what you going to do? Just be real. Do you building up attention towards a brother? You building up hatred towards a brother? What's going to end up happening? What you going to do? Go ahead.
It could, depending on the situation, regardless, it will end up, you can't end up transgression against the law.
Yeah, you're going to end up transgressing the law, you know what I mean? But let's think of it like that's right. All that is straight correct. But let's think about it though. Like, you build, like, how do people do it in the world? You understand? Like, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going to let you go, Kevin, but you think about it in the world. You know what I mean? You feel some type of way about a person, and you let it build up. What is the things that you started doing? Like, what is the things that you'll start doing? Go ahead, Kevin.
Like it, sir. It turned into like a real life beef situation where y'all be going to fight and stuff like that.
Some people do that, you know what I mean? Some people do that, but a lot of times people, okay, I'll just tell you for time's sake, a lot of times people, what they do is they'll go ahead and start gossiping about that person, talking about them behind their back, trying to get other people to not like that person. Yeah, man, da-da-da-da-da-da-da is this and that, and da-da-da-da, I don't really like, you know what I mean? Like, you pretty much trying to get other people to agree with you. That's what's going to happen. So where you now trying to go to other people to try to build a case up and try to get people to not like this person because you don't like him. Because you end up building a hatred towards him because you wasn't man enough to go to him and him alone to get your problem resolved. You understand? That's what's going to start to happen. Like Hadar said, it's going to cause division because how you cause division, you're going to start you're going to start causing other people to be against them. You understand? Trying to separate people, trying to talk and be in somebody's ear. Yeah, man. And then like somebody might tell you something simple, you might turn it into some whole total that it wasn't, that was against him. Yeah, man, he do that because he don't care about brothers, and you know what I mean. That's what's going to start to happen. You understand? Like Hadar said, you're going to cause division, man. You understand? That's why you shouldn't do that. You understand? But we're gonna go back to Joshua. So give me Joshua what 13, 7 and 13. You understand? The Lord said that we gotta. The Lord said we gotta get this cursed thing from us, or He's not gonna be with us no more. Cause somebody decided to do this. Somebody was just thinking about themselves, didn't care about their brothers, wasn't thinking about their brothers, so they decided to do whatever they wanted to do to make them feel good. You understand? Selfishness. Keep going. Go ahead on that.
Third one concert, Joshua 7, verse 13. Oh, sanctify the people and say, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow.
Right. Stop
For
right
this
there.
says the Lord God.
Stop right there. Yeah, I see you online, young man L. Yeah, they could leave the truth. You understand? Somebody definitely could leave the truth because somebody done brother. Because that's how a lot of these other schools got started. All these other fake camps, fake Israelite groups, they got started off of somebody maybe getting offended. A lot of time it probably wasn't even them getting offended. They just grew lustful. You know what I mean? They wanted something better for themselves, and they started thinking about themselves. They was thinking about selfishness. But you know what I mean? A lot of times somebody could do something to somebody, and they'll lead the truth. You understand? They'll think, oh man, y'all wicked, man, he offended me, nobody care. How's somebody gonna care if nobody don't know? First of all, if you didn't never go to him, how does he gonna know? You understand? But yeah, a lot of times people would lead the truth, you know what I mean, off of something like that. Because they just too weak to man up and go to him and him alone and tell him what he did. Shalom, Lord Christ, who just chimed in?
Hello.
Yeah, who just chimed in? What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Tammy. I'm in Atlanta.
All right, no sweat. I got
Georgia.
you. Yeah, no sweat. I got you marked down for the class attendance. So just place your phone on mute. You got any questions or comments? Just say Salakia, take it off, and then we'll go ahead and get you in here. You can make a comment, okay?
Okay.
All right. You understand? But yeah, you understand? That cause people to leave the truth too. But read that from the top again. We at Joshua chapter 7, verse 13. Read that from the top again, Kevian.
Third one concert, Joshua chapter 7, verse 13. Oh, sanctify the people and say, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow. For thus says the Lord of God, for thus says the Lord God of Israel.
Keep going.
There is, one concert. There is an accursed thing in the midst of thee, O Israel. Thou cannot stand, thou cannot stand before thy enemy until you take away the accursed thing from among you.
Right, that's the Lord going to the people and saying, there's a cursed thing amongst you, meaning somebody done did something to transgress the laws of the Lord. Somebody did not listen to the Lord and did what they want to do. And they said, forget the Lord, I'm going to do this, because that's what they was thinking about. They was just thinking about their selfish gain. They was thinking about only a personal gain and not their people, not the Lord. They said, this is what I want to do. This makes me feel good. This is what gets me by through the day. You understand? You got to look at it in the sense of, it's even in the sense of smoking weed, you know what I mean? Sleeping with another man's woman. You understand? If you're a woman, cheating on your husband, you understand? Committing adultery. You understand? It's what? Selling drugs. You understand? All types of things like that, all types of sin that's against the Lord. You do it because you're just thinking about your own personal gain. You're only thinking about you getting high, you know what I mean, feeling